makes you think that I'm an answer if you ain't mine?
Hover over until our first topic of today. Disney. Oh, our friends over at Disney. Disney to cut 7,000 jobs and slash 5.5 billion in cost as it unveils vast restructuring. You wonder why. You got to wonder. When you spend the entire year virtue signaling, pandering, trying to cater to an audience that does not exist, this can happen. This can happen. So, Disney said Wednesday it is planning to reorganize into 3 segments while also cutting thousands of jobs and slashing costs. The media and entertainment giant said it would now be made up of 3 divisions: Disney Entertainment, which includes most of its streaming and media operations, an ESPN division that includes the TV network and ESPN plus streaming, and parks, experiences, and product units. Okay. The move marks the most significant action Bob Iger has taken since returning to the company as CEO in November. Disney announced the changes minutes after it posted its most recently quarterly earnings. The announcement also comes as Disney engages in a proxy fight with activist investor Nelson Peltz and his firm Trian Management. We are pleased that Disney is listening, a Trian spokesperson said Wednesday. On Wednesday, during its quarterly earnings call with investors, Disney also announced it would be cutting $5.5 billion in costs, which will be made up of $3 billion from content excluding sports and remaining $2.5 billion from non-content cuts. Disney executives said about $1 billion in cost cutting was already underway since last quarter. Honey, welcome to the stream. How you doing? So, this isn't really surprising. Now, obviously, the state of the economy is contributing to this. So this isn't all we don't want to grift and say this is all due to, politics or whatever the case may be. However, how do you say, if you had been just giving people the products that they wanted instead of pandering and trying to force shit down our throats, perhaps you could have softened some of the blow. Tyler, we're talking about Disney right now. Perhaps you could have softened some of the blow if you had just given people what they wanted. If you didn't destroy, like, Star Wars should be printing money. Marvel should be printing money, right? Instead, it's not, because you're ruining everything. The Buzz Lightyear movie came out. That should have been a money printer. Instead, it flopped. Why? Because you decided to, instead of just letting the movie speak for itself, you decided to pander, virtue signaling, do the whole, gay thing. Listen, and it's backfiring. This audience does not exist. They only exist on Twitter. Stop pandering to these people. Okay. Oh, okay, there we go. So yeah, this audience, so Bob Iger's gonna have to figure this out. Hopefully they got Ant-Man dropping next week. Could that be a good start? Right now, it's not tracking well. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and take a look at that. Box office. Okay, here we go. Box office projections. All right. So it is projected that Ant-Man 3 is expected to rake in anywhere between 96 and 131 million over its 3-day opening weekend domestically, while making between 249 million and 347 million as a domestic box office total. Now here's the thing, right? That would be fine if the the budget wasn't so inflated, right? Because remember the old Ant-Man movies, we're talking about $80 million, $90 million budget. Well, Ant-Man Quantumania had a $200 million budget. Mind you, Thor 3, Thor 4, I'm sorry, Love and Thunder had a $250 million budget and only opened up to about $130 million that weekend. These numbers aren't great, so Disney need to tighten it up, man.
Let's go. Hey. Beat that thing down like you started attention, my baby. You had some plans with your man, just tell him to cancel, my baby. Slide to the crib, look like Dracula's mansion, my baby. When you pull up, it's on action, my baby.